In the crowded streets of Guangzhou, amidst neon signs and steaming food stalls, lived a man named Rohinton Dastur. He was a Parsi Zoroastrian from Mumbai, sent by a textile company to manage operations in China. At 42, Rohinton found himself thousands of miles away from his agiary, his fire temple, and the comforting smells of sandalwood and dansak. Though China had welcomed him with work and routine, spiritually, Rohinton felt like a flickering flame in a storm. He lived in a small apartment above a herbal medicine shop, and each night he would stand on his narrow balcony, whispering Ashem Vohu as the city buzzed beneath him. There were no other Parsis around, no Navroz feasts, no Kusti prayers said in unison. Just one man and his unwavering faith. On Sundays, Rohinton would take the metro to a small hill outside the city, carrying a silver afarganyu, his mini fire urn, from India. He'd light a charcoal flame and sit alone, praying under a banyan tree. The locals watched him with curiosity, sometimes mistaking him for a Taoist monk, but he was undeterred. He began teaching English part-time at a university, and when curious students asked about his necklace, the Sudra and Kusti, he smiled. He explained the 3 tenets of his faith: good thoughts, good words, good deeds. One day, a shy student named Liu Wen approached him after class. "You believe in fire as sacred?" she asked. He nodded. Not just fire, but in the energy it represents. Purity, light, truth. Intrigued, Liu Wen began attending his little Sunday rituals. She brought her friends. Within months, a dozen young minds gathered each week, not to convert, but to learn. Rohinton never preached. He simply shared about Ahura Mazda, about the eternal flame, about the resilience of a tiny faith that had traveled with him across oceans. One Navrozi morning, Rohinton prepared a feast in his small apartment, Mithu Dahi, Pulao Dal, Patrani Machi. He invited his students. They helped him set up candles to mimic the fire temple, and for the first time in years he felt home again. Not because he was back in India, but because his faith had found flame in the hearts of others. Years passed. When Rohinton eventually retired, he left behind more than textile profits. He left behind a small group of Chinese youth who understood a bit about Zoroaster's message, who respected the holy fire, and who, once a year, lit a candle beneath that same banyan tree and whispered, Humata, Hukta, Varshta. In a foreign land, alone but unshaken, Rohinton had kindled a fire that would never go out.